Imagine this. You save up, you plan, and you buy your husband a luxury watch for his birthday. You imagine the smile on his face, the gratitude, maybe even a kiss or two. But instead, he doesn't even look up from his phone. He barely mumbles, "Thanks." And the worst part, that very same morning, you found out he had a secret dating profile, calling other women his love. That was the moment I decided his birthday would be unforgettable, but not for the reasons he thought. If you've ever been betrayed by someone you trusted the most, then you know that sting. And if you've ever dreamed of turning that sting into sweet, cold revenge, you're in the right place. Stick with me because this is one of the most satisfying revenge stories you'll hear today. So, here's how it all started. My best friend texted me screenshots. She had been scrolling through a dating app and nearly spit out her coffee when she saw my husband's face pop up. Not just his face, but his profile was full of lies. He called himself single, adventurous, searching for true love. He used a picture I had taken of him during our vacation, the same vacation I paid for, the same trip where he told me he couldn't imagine life without me. I stared at those screenshots for a long time, my hands shaking, my stomach twisted. My best friend wrote, "Are you okay? Do you want me to confront him?" But no, this was going to be mine to handle. Later that day, I wrapped up the luxury watch I had bought weeks earlier. It was expensive, sleek, the kind of gift that says, "I love you more than you'll ever know." When I handed it to him that evening, I smiled and said, "Happy birthday, my love." My voice didn't shake, my hands didn't tremble, I played the part of the doting wife perfectly. And he didn't even look up from his phone. He ripped the wrapping paper lazily, glanced at the watch, and muttered a flat, "Thanks." His eyes never left the glowing screen in his hand. The rage that built inside me was volcanic, but I swallowed it. He had no idea that the countdown to his downfall had already begun. I started paying attention, watching. Every time he turned his phone screen away, every late-night text he pretended was work, every excuse he made for being late. And I smiled, as if I believed him. I cooked his favorite meals. I ironed his shirts. I laughed at his dumb jokes. Because what's sweeter than revenge? Revenge that the target never sees coming. My plan was simple but devastating. I gathered every shred of proof. Screenshots from my best friend. Records of his texts. Even caught him once lying about, working late, while his GPS showed him parked near a bar across town. I didn't confront him. I didn't scream. Instead, I collected. I became an investigator in my own home, each discovery fueling my resolve. Finally, the day came. He had planned a small birthday dinner with close friends and family. He wanted it to be special, he said. Oh, it would be. I made sure the guest list included everyone important to him, his parents, his siblings, even his boss. And I prepared a little surprise. We all sat around the table. Laughter, wine, food. He looked smug, thinking he had the perfect life, the loyal wife, the admiration of family, the secret flings he thought I didn't know about. I stood up with a smile and said, "Before we cut the cake, I have something special to share." I held up my phone, and with a simple click, the TV lit up with a slideshow I had prepared. At first, it was photos of us together, sweet memories, vacations, anniversaries. He smiled proudly, expecting more praise. But then the pictures shifted. Screenshots of his dating profile. Messages he had sent to other women. Lies upon lies. Looking for someone who truly understands me, one read. Single, no kids, ready to commit, another said. The room went silent. Gasps filled the air. His mother covered her mouth. His boss raised an eyebrow. And him, his face drained of color. He turned pale, like all the blood had left his body at once. He stammered. He tried to speak. "This isn't what it looks like," he muttered, sweating, shifting in his chair. But the more he tried to explain, the worse it got. His own words on the big screen betrayed him. The proof was undeniable. I looked at him calmly, my voice steady, and said, "I thought you all deserved to know who he really is." The silence stretched on before his sister finally snapped at him, furious. His mother shook her head in disappointment. His boss, clearly disgusted, excused himself early. The dinner ended in chaos, but I didn't stay for the aftermath. I grabbed my bag, stood tall, and walked out the door while he scrambled to contain the damage. That night, I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I slept peacefully for the first time in months. My revenge was complete. He had humiliated me in secret, but I humiliated him in the open, in front of everyone whose opinion mattered to him. And the best part, I was done with him. Divorce papers were already in motion. Sometimes people ask me if I regret it. If maybe I should have just walked away quietly. But no, betrayal deserves consequences. And the look on his face that night, that pale, defeated, speechless look, was worth every ounce of pain he had caused me. If this story gave you chills, make sure to hit that like button. And tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this, because sometimes, karma needs a little help finding its way.